So we're here, day 2. Wonderful start. Morning. Bob Backlund. If anybody wants to know, check out Ben's video on the interview with Bob Backlund. So day 2 is obviously just begun. So I loved meeting up with these guys again. It was really cool. They got a spot right in the front when you walk into the expo. They are some of the coolest gang of people we have ever met. Retro Gaming Arts, Mr. Paul, Frank, Aldo. These guys are just great. I can't remember all your names, I'm sorry. There was a lot of you there. I only got to meet all of you actually for the first time, which is really cool because before we only knew Paul. So we hope to do some future collaborations with Retro Gaming Arts because these are just some of the funnest people you'll ever meet. And hooked me up with a new PS2, which is awesome. Thank you, Paul. And thank you, Russ. Got Mr. Paul over here, hard at work. One of our good friends, Retro Gaming Arts. This guy does some absolutely amazing work with his solder. It is a true art form to him. And if you have never checked out their channel, go check it out. Links will be below. But hopefully we'll talk to them in a minute here.
You guys got space for your game? Can you hear this? Can you hear this bass from the Sega Genesis? So that's the Mega Amp in action. You want me to give you the whole spiel? So this bass that you're hearing, this sick Streets of Rage 2 music, is Mega Amped, which is an audio amplification circuit for the Sega Genesis. Pretty much the Model 2, they kind of cut out on the sound quality of it to save costs to, you know, produce more and make more money. So this chip bypasses the existing audio circuit and then replaces it with 2 op amps and then 2 different filters. So you pop that into the Sega Genesis and you get, people say it was designed to revert it back to the Model 1's glory, but I think it's better than the Model 1. So
what do you got coming up for your channel? What are some future mods?
And what I really want to do is I really want to get back to like teaching and doing the instruction aspect of like, there's a lot of like, hey, you learn this, learn that, but I want to like focus in on it a little bit more than I am right now to kind of keep that going, as well as mixing in some creative stuff. So I actually have this pretty cool, I think it's pretty cool. So this is a portrait of Cloud. It's unfinished, but it's a portrait of Cloud. It's a custom-made blank PCB board with my logo on it because why not? You gotta. And so I want to do some more creative stuff in addition to the teaching stuff. Have you ever seen anything like this before?
No, that is definitely
right.
All done with solder and just wire.
This is just all solder and wire.
And that's like kind of like is that a breakout board?
Essentially, yeah.
Breakout board, yeah.
Just custom made, custom sized one so I could do portraits.
Yeah.
So I got some tricks up my sleeve.
Cool, very awesome. So it's RGA, definitely go check him out. Links will be below. He does some absolutely amazing work, and his tutorials are very detailed. And he does live streams every Tuesday? Every Tuesday. Yeah, definitely go check him out.
Thanks, guys. Always good to see you.
That's right, Paul. Getting some training in, I'm coming back for you. Don't you worry about that.
So I think he needs some more practice if he can't even beat the computer on the first level. What do you have to say for yourself? No words, everybody.
Hey, Sabertooth, brush your saber teeth. Good job, you did.
Nate will not admit to this. He would not admit to it at all. To this day, I can put $5 on the table. He won't say anything about it. But I beat his butt in pinball. He says it was only his first round, but I had 40 million. He had 3 million. Nowhere near my 40.
10 million.
You had nothing. You had nothing. Deadpool pinball game, play it. I will beat you.
So there was a few actual game developers there with some of their retro indie games, and one of them was called Sentinel Zero. And this is definitely going to be a future indie initiative because the game is really cool. It's cartoony, but it's a shooter. So, you know, what's better than that, you know? So it was really good, and we can't wait to see more of this game.
Okay, so you guys have seen this car, you've seen the links below to his channel, but we're going to talk to him and get a little bit of story because he's went through some stuff this year.
That's right.
And now the car is back. So tell us about this story.
All right, so this is basically version 3.0 of the Mario Kart. Fortunately, in March, there was a snowstorm, and I ended up totaling my last car, the Mario Kart. It had Mario and Luigi on it, Fire and Ice, really cool concept, but the car was not salvageable, so I had to start from scratch. So there's a full playlist and on my YouTube channel, me building up this car, buying it, test driving it, and then painting it, doing the interior, getting the graphics and everything on it, and I get to debut it here at Retro World Expo. We just got the graphics on last minute, 2 days before the show. Yeah, it's definitely getting positive reviews. People say best version yet, and I'm excited to drive it, and people always giving me thumbs up and taking photos of it. It's awesome.
Yeah. So any future mods?
Obviously the giant blue shell on the roof. It's a roof rack carrier. It opens up so you can spare your spare tire in there, jumper cables. It's got my hinges and all that, but I made that from scratch. It's not like an existing carrier. I fiberglassed it and molded it. My friend Jen did help me out with the wings. She carved them out of foam for me, and then I fiberglassed them and put a little bit of fabric on it so it actually has a texture to it.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. Definitely go check out his channel below. He does a somewhat, I guess, a pretty good, pretty well done tutorials on how you did this.
So I do basically DIYs and kind of show you the steps. I don't go super into detail on everything, but at least it shows you if you want to work on your car and do some of the modifications like I did. It gives you a direction.
No, the one thing I want to ask, you went with more of a matte color this time.
Yeah, so the color on the car is actually chalkboard paint that's tintable, custom tintable paint made by Benjamin Moore, and it's $20 per color, and I use the colors of Mario's Kart and Mario Kart 8. It's red, white, and blue, and he has yellow wheels in that, so pretty sweet, and it's easy to maintain. If I get any nicks or scratches, I can use a foam brush and fill it in.
Good. That's really good.
Yeah.
So definitely go check out his channel below. He does a lot of cool things on his channel. You've seen the links before, but if you don't know, go check it out. Let them know you came to GetTekt.
That's the first rule of reviewing. Don't care what others think. What was the worst game in terms of star rating that you did? Do you remember?
There's this
I think I would know.
football and baseball combo.
The Sports Illustrated one?
Yes, that was the worst one.
Barely a game, both of them. They threw them together. It's like Quattro Sports on the NES. John's player 2, press start, and let's do it. Okay. Joe's in the blue helmet, and John's in the red. Other way around? Okay, I already forgot who's who then. Is that it? So, Joe won. Yeah, you're the Joe.
So, you know, at the spur of the moment, Pat Punk Challenge came up, and I thought, you know what? Forget it, let me do it. So I jump up and I start facing this guy. He's dressed like Tape Face. Man, he was vocal, and he was screaming in the match. He was yelling. He was miming everything to me. I couldn't believe the words he said. But guess who won that match?
What's your name?
I'm Ben.
What's your name? Give it up for Ben and Charles. Give it up. Start button there. Oh wow. Okay. Hey Chaz, there's your controller. Ben versus Charles. Let's hit start and you're ready to go. All right. So Ben's on the left. Charles is on the right. This is a close one. Okay. Who's gonna get it? Who's gonna get it? Ben is the winner! Yay! Ben, you want a download code?
So I'm buying stuff. I already got a PS2 from Mr. Paul over there at Retro Gaming Arts. I own that already.
So now you're gonna look at some PlayStation games?
Yeah. Well,
PlayStation 2.
PlayStation games, PlayStation 2 games, maybe another controller because I'm gonna need another one so I can kick Grimm's butt. So, yeah, so let's see what they got.
Customer service. Gonna get this?
Okay, so walking around the expo, yeah, there was a lot of things I actually wanted to buy. I have a good amount of cartridges and stuff like that, but one I really wanted is a PS2. I wanted a PS2 for a while because I have a lot of games that haven't been played in a long time because my PS2 died a long time ago. So now I can play like my backlog of PS1 games, PS2 games, which are just kind of collecting dust.
So every year, when I go to these conventions, I don't usually buy myself much, just like packs. But this year I did. So this year at this convention, I actually got myself stuff. And I also got some Sega games for my collection, like X-Men and WWF game.
And a 15th pillow.
All right, let's talk about the pillows.
Q here. We're nearing the end of day 2 of Retro World Expo 2018. I'm here with Chris, one of the curators of this event, and this has been year 4. So tell us your thoughts, feelings, and what you have planned for the future for next year.
So this year was, in my honest opinion, probably the best show that I think we've had. We've gone through a lot of growing pains, honestly. Some good, some bad. We've learned a lot. This one in particular was, I think we got a lot of things right with this one. In my opinion, our attendance was up big time, which is good. We were up about 30% in attendance.
Awesome.
But aside from that, we had a lot of other stuff that we brought in. I was just talking with the tabletop guys came in. We brought bands back this year. Our tournament guys went over and above, like really nailing that. Our arcade was good. Pinballs.com brought some new stuff. Excuse me, sorry about my phone.
From Stern Pinball?
Yeah, brought their brand new Stern machines, which were awesome. There was, the panels were amazing. We had a lot of good stuff going on, and I think that people really saw that this year and latched onto it. And it just takes time with these conventions, year over year, to continue to grow. So for the future of it, I think this is our home for a while. I don't think we're going anywhere.
It is the most privilege. The fact that we were able to get a hotel here, which is awesome. We were like the same place as the convention.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, and you guys have been around for a while supporting the show, which I want to just say thank you. I appreciate that too. But as for the future of it, there are some things in the work to kind of grow this even to the next level. We're at that 4 or 5 year mark. For the next 4 to 5 to 10 years to get to that, there's going to be some growing pains getting there too. But this building is massive. It has so much room for growth, and we have some great relationships with some other conventions. I won't talk about it now, but there's maybe some partnering and moving around and doing some stuff with some other conventions to really kind of like take this to the next level. So,
I personally enjoyed the setup this year, and I like the fact that you actually featured that spot where the bands are that kind of everybody could see, and I think that was a really good point because there was one year I think at the other theater, the Oakdale Theater.
Yeah.
They were like in the arcade room, but it kind of was off the side. Yes. But this was like very present. You didn't miss it. It was great.
I'm glad. So you liked it?
Yeah,
then?
I loved it.
Oh,
I loved
good.
how it was set up. Yeah.
Because we had so here's the problem. I love the music. We had 3 bands this year. I would love to have more bands, but from the Oakdale when we were there. Some people didn't like it when it was in the arcade. They complained about that. Some people didn't like it when it was on the exhibitors because it was blasting them. The exhibitors didn't like it, and it was loud. It was on the main floor. So I'm sure already we're going to get a few people that are not going to be happy about the sound. But I think the majority of people that I talk to seem to like the bands, myself personally, included, and you seem to like it.
I
so.
do.
I love that. I love the music. I love the just the vibe that it gives with the bass reverberating throughout it. So hopefully not too many people complain.
Yeah, no, and it was great. It was a great backdrop. Just walking around the convention, and you can hear like them playing like a metal version of Tetris, and it was really cool.
I loved it when that went on too. That was awesome. That was a good song.
No, we want to thank you as far as the GetTekt crew. Thank you. We'll be back next year, and we can't wait to see us expand.
Thanks. I appreciate it. We're always open to feedback too. If there's anything, you guys have been a part of the show for a long time. Sorry it took me so long to nail this interview down with you guys.
Oh,
but
no, that's fine.
I get pulled in a million different ways. But I appreciate all the support from you guys. I see you here every year, man. And yeah, we're always trying to improve the show. So if there's anything you or anyone has suggestions on how to make it better, we're always open to ideas and stuff. So appreciate it.
Also, you hear there from Chris. So you guys are attendees at the convention. You came and you saw our video. You can drop him a line and let him know. So thank you, and we'll be next year.
All right, thanks, man.
Yeah.
This year was great. Last year was good too. I think they expanded a lot on this year. The vendors were awesome. The bands were an added feature. I thought it was great to hear the bands play. I really think that they really expanded a lot this year, and I'm really excited to say that next year I will be back and I will be doing more coverage, and I hope that I'm floored again, and I can say that this is probably one of the best conventions I've been to this year.
So this year was absolutely amazing. I want to say thank you, Chris, and thank you, Lance, for putting on this show. One of the best things like in our area that we go to. I love it every year.
Yeah, it's such a fun adventure every time we go. There's just so much going on, and even like the after party was just so much better than last year.
Yeah, and we have actually really big plans for next year. So keep a lookout on our channel. We might have actually a future update, a future video about what we might be doing at the Retro World Expo next year. So just stay tuned because we have some plans. So we're about to leave the convention hall, leave the hotel, leave the Marriott, and go on back home to Rhode Island.
It's over already. No.
Shut up.
So yeah, it's off to get food by the end of the day and finish shooting some footage, some after footage, after con footage. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to check out all our other stuff and make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. Thank you for watching.
Give me a good side. Give me a good side.
Good side. Good side. Thanks.